Welcome back to H.P. Stoker's Eldritch Adventures featuring Katie. And Gehrman's here again.
Oh, Lawrence, Master Willem, somebody help me. Unshackle me, please. Anybody. I've had enough of this dream. The night blocks all sight. Oh, somebody, please.
Poor old bastard.
Oh, Lawrence, oh.
He's the curator of the dream. He's our guide, but he's trapped here? He's shackled to the dream somehow? Well, we know Lawrence is dead and Willem's in no position to help him.
Welcome home. What is it you desire? Good hunter, your presence somehow soothes. I sense the ancient echoes. They course your veins. Farewell, good hunter. May you...
Okay. All right. Got some miscellaneous stuff to do before we get back on the critical path. One thing, since we left Yosefka's clinic, Imposter Yosefka closed that door behind us, so we're gonna have to go the back way in. But I'm also here just to show off the way that killing Rom, the vacuous spider, has fundamentally altered the world. This is really the turning point of the game. You might even say this is where the real Bloodborne begins. Because if we go outside... Look at that! Yep. That is the blood moon and this strange pale blue sky going on. There we go. Just gotta take a quick trip in to see the doctor. Not the real doctor, the fake one that turned her into an alien. And, you remember how we sent the suspicious beggar in the woods here? Well, there he is. The characters you sent to Yosefka's clinic are found down here in the hallway, and they're all... I'm not sure what the other ones are like, but at least that guy, he's behaving in sort of the same way he behaved when you found him up there on the roof of that place, crouched in the corner, eating something. Oh. Well, she's not trying to kill us. Is this yoga? Hey, what's up, babe?
God, I'm nauseous. Have you felt this? It's progressing. I can see things. I knew it. I'm different. I'm no beast. Oh, God, it feels awful. But it proves that I'm chosen. Don't you see how they writhe inside my head? It's rather rapturous.
Well, I have some treatment for that, actually. Let me just get ready. There we go. That ought to get rid of that pain. And this is our third umbilical cord. Provost Willem sought the cord in order to elevate his being and thoughts to those of a great one by lining his brain with eyes, the only choice he knew if man were to ever match their greatness. Unclear why this one's item description only talks about Willem and not whoever the imposter Yosefka was. Perhaps she got it from him? You may never know. Well, I don't agree with that on principle, but in this case, yes, because I did get something out of it. You will not get the third umbilical cord item from her if you kill her before the blood moon. You have to wait until she's in the rapturous throes of alien pregnancy in order to get the umbilical cord. Hey bud, remember me? Remember this, asshole. I knew that guy was a beast. But yeah, if you kill Imposter Yosefka before the Blood Moon, she actually drops a pretty good rune. I believe it's the Odin Writhe rune, which, the Formless Odin and Odin Writhe runes, named after the Great One Odin, who is, pretty much a minor character in the lore. But those boost your, Quicksilver bullets. And your, your gun abilities. So I think Formless Odin lets you carry more bullets at a time, and Odin Writhe restores bullets through successful visceral attacks. The first time I played this game, I killed her before the Blood Moon and missed out on the item. But I did get the rune, which was really helpful, because then I could just, parry guys all willy-nilly and not have to worry much about bullets. Nowadays, I tend to think the Blood Rapture rune is better, though. That gives you health back when you visceral attack. I think that's a good alternative. We haven't seen Gilbert in a while. Oh no, what happened? Oh, shit! Well, that was Gilbert. Poor guy. Looks like that was the last straw. And speaking of viscerals, his rune strengthens your visceral attacks. Gilbert is the other NPC besides the little girl in Central Yarnum who, just talking to him, basically sets him on a path where you can't save him. He's gonna die no matter what. Die or become a beast, like he believed he wouldn't. Anyway. We're back in here, where we got warped after killing Rom with this big, scary eldritch abomination. That was maybe there the whole time? Because while it was invisible, it did grab us and kill us. And hey, does that sound familiar? Welcome to Yahar Ghoul, the unseen village. This is the real entrance to this nightmarish, scary part of town that the kidnappers drag you to. And they kill you the first time up in Cathedral Ward. Thing about those kidnappers, though, they're all dead now. After the Blood Moon, they all die, and you see some of their corpses somewhere in the levels, so you don't have to worry about them anymore, which is pretty good. However, you do have to worry about these fucking things. Ugh, nasty. I do love, much like the statues in Canehurst, I love all the statues here, except these ones are definitely more like twisted abominations of the flesh that were then petrified. Quite a few mummies, too, wearing this weird cage on their heads. We'll be seeing more of those. Wonder what the deal is there. I also like these chameleon statues. It reminds me of semi-late in Dark Souls 3. You can find a spell called Chameleon that disguises you as just an inanimate object. And you find it from killing a weird turtle lady who is disguised as a statue in a corner of the room that you would never guess had an NPC in it. If you hit the statue with your sword, then, like, oh, it turns out it's a turtle lady, and she's like,
Ah, ooh, not yet.
because she's involved in a quest where you marry another NPC in, like, a weird, like, murder wedding ritual. Yeah, Dark Souls does not have the same sort of gothic aesthetic as Bloodborne, but it is similarly very dark and spooky and weird, so you might like them too. Whoa! Yep, so a bunch of mob hunters, but it's exacerbated by the monster up there on the wall, who will grab you and frenzy you and kill you. And there's another little gimmick of sorts to Yahar Ghoul that we have yet to really see, but you notice how the enemies here, when they die, there's like a bigger, louder blood explosion? Well, there's a reason for that. You were gonna try to jump out of me, weren't you? Fuck off. Yep, if you look up there, everyone we killed gets respawned right before our eyes. And if you kill them this time, they won't have that big, loud blood splatter thing, and they won't give you any souls. So they're kind of being, like, resurrected, sort of as puppets, almost. By this lady, the Bell Maiden. So if you want enemies to stop respawning, you gotta find the Bell Maiden hidden somewhere in the area. Take her out, and then these guys will stop coming back to life. Also, killing the Bell Maiden stuns all of the enemies under her control for a brief period, which can be useful if you want to get some cheap free hits in. Bell Maidens are, they show up in some other places too as sort of hazards that don't, they don't resurrect, regular enemies, but instead they summon, NPCs or even online players to invade you. Because I haven't been using the like co-op invasion online stuff, but all of those items that you use to visit other players' worlds, to fight them or cooperate with them, they're also bells. Even the stationary summon signs where you can summon NPC hunters to help you fight bosses, even those are bells. So the bell motif is all about summoning people from other worlds, so that's what these ladies are kind of doing here. And once you know the trick to Yahar Ghoul, and once you played the game, like, once you played through this area once and you know where all the ladies are, it gets pretty easy to just beeline straight to them. Wow, Katie, you didn't have to go so hard on that guy, he was already dead. Yeah, I agree. But yeah, the first time you played this game and get to this level, this is a fucking nightmare of a level. It is crazy, especially with the big old spider monsters up on the walls, trying to get you. Enemies keep resurrecting, and you're just like, where is the even after you find out it's because of the Bell Maidens, it's like, where is the lady so I can go slit her throat? We can stop all of these people from trying to kill me. And hey, speaking of ladies, remember these folks from Hemwick Charnel Lane? They're back. And they will also get revived if the bell is rung, so be careful. Hey, buddy. You gonna be cool? I'm just gonna pass through. You gonna be cool about that? Yeah, he's cool. Some of them are docile. Some of them just look at you. But other ones, like the other one in this area, boy, you gotta watch out. A heavily guarded treasure chest, huh? A really heavily guarded treasure chest, huh? Whoa. And we got a Gatling gun wheelchair man. Okay, okay. How about everybody just calm the fuck down? Alright. I gotta clear this place out quick before those guys get rezzed. But, also don't want to pass up the opportunity for a free surprise attack. I'm not there, stupid. There we go. And here we have another Arcane Hunter tool. This is the Tiny Tonitress. Just a smaller version of the regular Tonitress, but instead of being a weapon you can wield, it's just you smash it on the ground and it shoots a stream of lightning out in front of you. So it's a pretty good way to take out, like, mob enemies or enemies in a large group or in a line. It's neat. There's one boss I'm thinking of in particular, an optional boss that we'll get to that Tiny Tonitress works wonders on. Too bad I can't use it in this run. Too bad I can't do anything right. Also realized in coming back this way, I forgot to open this door behind the first Bell Maiden, where there's an important note and an item. The Menses Ritual must be stopped, lest we all become beasts. Menses Ritual. I don't suppose that's, that would be those madmen toiling surreptitiously in secret rituals to beckon the moon? Or perhaps the ritual secret that was broken upon the death of Rom the vacuous spider? Well, maybe we'll find out more about whatever Menses is if we progress further into the city. Or the village. You know, they call it the Unseen Village, but, like, look at this shit. This is pretty urban for a village. I don't know, maybe it's like Greenwich Village. Like, that's sort of a village, even though it's in the city. But, like, you know, I think village. I think something more like Hemwick, you know? Just gotta pick up all my blood. And now we can finally head off and try to find out where that Bell Maiden is. This one's really tricky. And it might lead to some players just trying to run straight through here and getting completely fucking wrecked, because there's a lot of enemies, and the big spider monster is very mean to you in this part, so you really do want to come down here. I think now while I'm putzing around, I might as well address, last episode I referred to Rom the Vacuous Spider as a great one. I was just doing some reading on one of the fan wikis last night, and I may have gotten that wrong. There is debate as to whether or not Rom is a true great one, due to a line of dialogue from later in the game that implies that she was, that she, like, was once a mortal human who was granted Great One status, which would make her not a true Great One, but instead kin, which is a term to describe humans who have tried to ascend to the status of Great Ones. All the little gray alien guys we saw, those are kin. So she could be too. Speaking of which, now we can get up to the Upper Cathedral Ward. The upper echelons of the church are formed by the School of Menses, hey, based in the Unseen Village, and the choir occupying the Upper Cathedral Ward. We've heard a little bit about the choir. We fought one of their hunters over at Bergenworth. And this guy, this corpse in the chair, is also a member of the choir. He's wearing their uniform. So given that he's dead, locked up in a cell in the home of the School of Menses that we now know, it sounds like there was a rift between these two, despite being a part of the Healing Church. We'll be seeing a little more of that. There's some very, very subtle storytelling at play vis-a-vis the sort of schisms between the different factions of the Healing Church. But anyway, we'll find out more about the choir when we head off to Upper Cathedral Ward, which is actually completely optional. You don't need to go there at all, but we will be going there just to show everything off. And because it fleshes out, you know, the story and the lore and all that. I was just talking about kin. The choir is really one of the driving forces behind the creation of kin. Imposter Yasefka may or may not be a member of the choir. I'm not entirely sure, but given that she sets up shop in real Yasefka's clinic specifically to turn people into kin, I'm willing to bet that she's a member of the choir. And yeah, that's why you want to be careful here, because that big guy on the wall there shoots a fucking laser while you're trying to fight these ladies, so yeah, this part can get fucking crazy. Yeah, you see, this guy has, he's got a bunch of eyeballs peeking through his head lattice, which makes them, I don't know, I think it makes them creepier. Maybe you think it makes them look funnier, I don't know. I think gnarlier for sure. And they were pretty fucking gnarly already. Another thing about kin is that at Bergenworth, all the monsters at Bergenworth were kin. The Gardens of Eyes and the Brain Suckers. Those were humans who were experimented on, transformed into Great One-like beings through alternative means, not through blood. And if you look close,
Farewell, good hunter.
you can see that where we just were was high above in the rafters of the Hypogean jail. And there's the flame sprayer finally.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it?
Man,
Farewell, good hunter. May you...
she is so nice, she does not give a shit what you do to her. Anyway, let's check back in with our friends.
There you are. Forgive me, I'm a bit out of sorts. So, no blood today, I'm afraid.
Oh, my other blonde friend also got pregnant with an alien baby.
What?
once the night of the hunt passes, suppose we could be friends?
We're already friends,
Give it a
bud.
thought. Well, if you wouldn't mind.
You're my best friend. You're the coolest guy I know. You can do no wrong. Anyway, hope Ariana's alright. Hey, Grandma.
Welcome home, dear. What's wrong? Anything you'd like to tell me? Oh my, you poor thing. But don't you worry. This'll help you forget. Forget your troubles. Forget your cares.
Thanks, Grandma. We're gonna need a lot of those for the end of this game.
Ah, your lies spin a web, but I see through your deceit. I did not learn from books. No. I learned it all with my own mind. Ah, but I learned it.
Okay. Okay, why did I save you again? Yeah, so if you take blood from Ariana like 3 times before the blood moon, Adela will kill her because she's jealous, and eventually try to kill you. Because you've imbibed impure blood, I suppose. But if you're nice to everybody, then she'll just sit there quietly being insane. And also, yeah, these guys are just visible now. They were always there, though, as I alluded to before. In fact, if you manage to get, I think, 40 insight before you kill Rom, then you would be able to see those things. Which is, I think, so fucking cool. It's also one of my favorite sort of memes about this game, is like, there was a post I saw on Twitter a while ago that was like, you know, tweet as if, you know, you live in the world of Bloodborne, or tweet like Bloodborne is real, and someone posted a picture of just like a regular strip mall storefront, like, just a regular storefront roof, building facade, and the caption was like, "Oh my god, you guys, I'm freaking out, what the fuck is that thing?" Which I thought was very funny. Anyway. Tell you what, I have been thinking about what that guy in the woods said to us. That guy Patches, who gave us the tonsil stone. Oh, he said, what did he say? He said if you're overwhelmed, seek ancient shrouded church to the right of the cathedral, and that the gift of the Godhead would grant us strength. Yeah, that's what he said. Well, I've been carrying around this rock for hours now, and, you know, shit's getting pretty crazy out there. I don't know what I'm gonna find in the unseen village. I think we might as well try and see what he was talking about. Right? So... let's just sprint through here past all the scary shit. They following me? No? Good. Okay. What am I supposed to do once I'm in here, though? Gift of the Godhead, grant you strength. Tell you what, though, the rock kind of does look like the heads on those wall-crawling things. Maybe it's something to do with them? Oh, I don't have that many souls. What's another death? Let's try it out.
Amidala. Oh, Amidala. Have mercy on the poor bastard.
Oh no, Katie! He took us to school!